The Central Pacific Railroad heading east from California and the Union Pacific Railroad heading west from Nebraska meet here at Promontory Summit in Utah Territory. It's the first transcontinental railroad. The Golden Spike is driven in and then later stolen. And your story is kind of about what happens next and the people who make it happen, or at least part of what happens next. So introduce us to this tale and why you decided to write about it.
Well, let me just say first before you, that picture is wonderful because if you can put it back up, you will see that it's the kind of a whiskey salute there, right? You see a bottle of booze on one side and a glass on the other, I think, which is kind of the universal greeting and one that's very much appropriate to your show. But when this photo went out, the booze was edited. What you're seeing is the original. What the rest of America saw was the sanitized, abstemious version, which is not right for your show. So I just want to tell you that. And then the other thing that's funny about it is that was the big moment in American railroading. It's when, just as you said, the one line coming west hits the other line coming east, and then there is this famous driving home of the Golden Spike by somebody named Leland Stanford, who was, of Stanford University later, but he was also had been a candidate for governor in California. But the thing that I always enjoy about the fact is that he was wielding this enormous hammer. And it was really too much for him. And then when he brought the thing down on what he thought was the spike, he missed. And this was a calamity because that was supposed to trigger the telegraphic signal.
It was wired up, right?
It was wired up so that when that switch was completed, the word would go out that it was done. That was the one word that went out across, not across the United States, but around the world. Well, he missed. So the poor telegrapher had to key in that by hand. And to me, that was reflective of something larger that was going on there, which was, this was, to say it was a goof is completely unfair, but it wasn't all that it was cracked up to be. Everybody remembers this first transcontinental as being pivotal in America's completing itself from coast to coast. But it was really much more like the Apollo program of our era, where it was a government-sponsored effort as really a demonstration project to show that this could be done.